Welcome to N.U.T.T'S magazine. Introduce yourself and let everybody know where you're from.
Okay. I'm Carmen Cologne. I was born in Germany. Was raised in Smith Station, Alabama. Currently living in Columbus, Georgia.
Okay. So what's going on out in Georgia?
What's going on? Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing really. Columbus is a pretty decent, boring town.
Yeah, no kind of events or nothing?
No, I mean, the biggest event we have coming up now will be Charlie Wilson coming to concert. That's
okay. So what got you into modeling?
I've been dabbling here and there since I was a little girl, whatever, but not last year, but the beginning of this year, there's this, Columbus Cuties website on Facebook. So they had picked one of my pictures, and then from there, a lady had hit me up to do a fashion show for her, and then ever since then, I've been doing fashion shows and photo shoots here and there. So I started kind of regularly this year, and I loved it ever since.
So would you consider yourself mainstream or eye candy model?
I would like to go mainstream, but since I'm so short, I know I probably will never do mainstream. So it'll probably be eye candy.
Okay. So how tall are you, if you don't mind me asking?
4'11".
Okay. It don't seem like it in your pictures.
Yeah, I know. That's what a lot of people say until they see me in person. They're like, oh, you're so short. But, yeah.
So how you like it so far?
I like it. I like taking pictures anyway, so. And the fashion show, walking is I like to walk anyway, and being on stage, I don't get nervous at all.
So you done runway so far?
I've done, let me see, I think I did 4 or 5 shows this year. I think I did about a show every 3 months, if not every other month.
Okay. So before you got started, was you nervous behind the camera? I mean, not behind, in front of the camera? I'm sorry.
In front of the camera? No, I wasn't nervous. My first show, well, actually, even the first runway show, I wasn't even nervous because the way the lady had us do was me and this other Hispanic lady. So we actually ended up just dancing. So I totally forgot that we were even in a stage. We had to come down the stage and start dancing, and come back up the stage and start dancing. So I wasn't even nervous then. So not really.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So how often do you take pictures?
How often what?
How often do you take pictures?
Normally I'll take pictures whenever, somewhere here, because we have a lot of photographers here that are trying to, get their name on stuff or whatever. So they throw, a lot of power shoots, for $50, $60, $150, whatever the case may be. So I try to hit as many sales as I possibly can. I just had a photo shoot maybe a week ago, and I'm supposed to look at the pictures tomorrow.
So far, how many photographers do you work with?
Let's see, I work with 4 main ones.
4. Okay.
Yeah, 4 that are locally.
So at the moment, you don't have a main photographer yet?
A preference?
Yeah.
No. No, because they all have their own different torts. So one, not only does he do photography, but he also provides products to go with it. That's the one I just did recently. And the other ones, like I said, one's just starting out, but he's still in college, so he, his is okay, but he does great family photos. The other The other one, she's amazing. I like her work a lot. But she does a lot of like digital makeup, digital re-enhancement, so, a lot of good Photoshop. And the other guy, he did all right. But his was like more like PowerPoint-ish, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Like I think he just started off too.
So you still looking for more photographers to work with?
Oh yeah, of course.
So are you looking to get into fashion?
What was that? I'm sorry.
I said, are you looking to get into like fashion modeling, or have you done that?
Yeah, I would love to do fashion modeling. Like not like high fashion, but like actual, I wouldn't even mind doing like J.C. Penney, Sears, stuff that are like pertain to real people that will wear real these type of clothes. Like high fashion to me, I don't think I could ever do it anyway. But stuff that people will actually wear, like on a regular basis, and I can actually see in a store,
Hey. So since you started, have you came across any like negativity, like let's say like a bogus photographer or stuff like that?
I haven't met any bogus photographers, but I have. There's been a lot of like fashion shows here, and then whenever they ask me to model on their fashion show, then they tell me, well, you have to provide your hair, you have to provide your makeup, and then you have to provide your own clothing. And I'm like, then what am I modeling? Then some, not only that, but then some also require a fee. Like, oh yeah, you have to pay $20. I'm like, wait a minute here, then what the heck am I paying $20 for? If I'm providing my own clothing and my own hair and my own makeup, what am I modeling? That's not modeling. I'm just in your show. Like, I'm paying you to be in your show. Like, that's not, I don't see how this is benefiting me at all. Like, I can see if, they have me modeling their clothing, okay, or, hair and makeup providers, but some of the shows have required all of that, which I've declined most of those. I'm like, no, I'm not dealing with that. Sorry.
So, have you been featured in 80 sites since you started?
Have I what?
Have you been featured in 80 sites and magazines?
No, not yet.
So any kind of magazine you look forward to seeing yourself in?
No, I haven't really looked into magazines to see. I mean, I'm not much of a magazine reader anyways, so I wouldn't know exactly which magazines to look at to see where I'll be in.
Okay. So, how had your fan base coming on?
How's what?
Your fan base.
For the most part, it's, a few local people, and then of course family and friends. Like I said, for every show that I do get like somebody else like, oh, I saw you at the last show, or I saw your pictures at the last, at the photo shoot or whatever. So I'm slowly, like this is my first year, so I'm slowly, networking out there, and people are, starting to notice me and seeing me. Because even though I might be small, I'm like some people. Like I have this one lady that she wants to do plus size, even though I'm like in the bottom part of the plus size. Like I'm like right there, like more the thickness side. But depending on what clothing or whatever, it could be pushed to plus size. So I guess it'll work out. We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be something to try out.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So, excuse me. So, are you the question I'm trying to ask? Are you looking forward to be in calendar and stuff like that?
Yeah. The lady that I told you about the plus size thing, she said she was going to probably start a calendar. Well, she's probably going to start doing the photo shoots next year for the upcoming calendar of 2015. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I would love to do. Like, the guy that I told you, the one that does products, I had asked him because I was going to do an actual calendar for a special friend of mine for for Christmas, but I ran out of time. It's time consuming and stuff, so I wasn't going to do it this year. But I said I might do it next year for him. But that was just a personal calendar. That wasn't going to be like for sale or anything.
Oh, okay, personal. Okay, I got you. I got you. So, what do you see yourself in for years in this modeling thing?
What was that? I'm sorry.
I said, what do you see yourself in a few years? As far as modeling.
As far as modeling, hopefully I will be actually getting paid gigs instead of just participating gigs. And then hopefully I'll be featured in a few magazines where they're actually printed, not so much online. I don't mind the online magazines, but I don't understand some of them. Like there was one in Atlanta that was supposed to be online, and every time I go on the computer, I just can't. Like I don't see, any extra. Like I don't see pages, and I don't see whatever. Then there's like one I think I found that's also I don't know if it's an online magazine or if it's an actual print magazine. I don't know because I never went to purchase a magazine. It's like you go online and then it says purchase this, this magazine. But I don't know when you purchase a magazine if it's something if you receive in the mail or if it's online and then you get to see the whole magazine. So I'm not quite sure about that one. But I would actually prefer more print, paper-wise because, of course, I could show it, because a lot of people could also, say, oh, that's just fake. That's just, that's just a printout, something on computer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'd rather have more printed, copies than actual online.
So do you see yourself doing like pinups too?
When you mean pinup, like do you mean like nudity and nudity implied?
No, not really. I mean,
like
it don't have to be nude.
Like lingerie swimsuit type.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do see myself in that.
Okay. So where's your favorite place you like to take the shoots at? Or do you have one?
I don't have one. Like I said, depending on different photographers, some photographers like to use actual landscapes, and then some photographers actually have a studio. I would prefer landscapes versus studios. Studios, of course, look more professional, but
different sceneries and stuff.
Yeah. Well, most of them don't use the themes in the background. Like they just have like a black, theme that's basically just you. Yeah. But I really like landscapes because you get to play with, you get to play with more props. And, there's more different type of positions and looks and, that you can do with different landscapes. Like with a rock, you can do standing up, sitting down behind the rock, hiding. There's so many different other, views that you can do with landscape that you cannot do with the studio. Studio, you can pretty much just stand up, lay down, sit. With a black background, it's not really much that you can do with a studio.
So is it difficult, like when you take photos, is it difficult to get in certain poses to get the right shot?
Sometimes, but depending on the direction of the photographer, if he could give me exact directions or if they can give me exact directions by showing me, then I'll get it. But sometimes it's like they'll say one thing and I'm like, huh? And then when they show it to me or they actually, give me the right directions, then I'm not sure I'll get it. But sometimes, yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm going to fall.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, for the most part, I'm able to get it.
Okay. So is there any models out there that you would like to work with?
Not in particular. No, not in particular.
So how can you be reached if fans or people want to get up with you for work or just want to shout you out?
I'm sorry, what was that?
So how can fans or people get in contact with you if people want to get at you for work or you got fans that want to speak to you?
They can get hold of me on my cell phone, which is the number that I'm on now. Or the only social media I have right now is Facebook. So it's, Carmelina Cologne. I think I'm the only Carmelina Cologne in the whole entire Facebook. Like I said, my phone number, and that's about it.
Okay. So for girls that's trying to get into the footsteps of modeling, what advice would you like to give them?
Be yourself, because modeling comes in from within. It doesn't come in with the beauty. Like, some people say you're ugly, whatever the case may be. That's not true, because it's always not just the model, it's also the photographer as well, because the photographer can enhance your model, your beauty. But if you're yourself and you're comfortable, it'll show in the pictures, or it'll show in the confidence of your walk. If you're not comfortable in your own skin or in your own smile or your eyes or your hair, then it shows instantly. Like, oh, that person wasn't happy or that person wasn't comfortable. But once you're comfortable and you have confidence, that's the best beauty in the entire world.
Okay. So, is it easy for anybody to model?
For anybody to model?
Yeah, because people think people may look in the mirror. Oh, I'm cute. I'm sexy. I'm a model. Like.
No. There's a difference between modeling and there's a difference between just taking pictures just to be taking pictures. And I learned that. a lot. Like different poses. It's not a modeling pose. It's like, okay, yeah, that's going to be a social media pose. But to be an actual modeling pose, no. There's certain poses and certain faces and certain ways to, make your eyes pop or make your eyes look fierce or, there's still a lot more than just like a pretty smile. A lot more.
So what other stuff you got working on?
What other stuff that we're working on? Let's see. I know she said the calendar. The plus size modeling thing. She really hasn't told me much. What else? I mean, I know it's like another fashion show that I'm supposed to walk in December 14th. There was another one in January she was telling me about. But other than that, right now, no any other projects that might be coming up.
So is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Oh my gosh, there's so many different people. Just Columbus in general. Columbus, the station, Phoenix City, the Tri-City area. Like, I can't even specifically name each person. So my family, of course, my friends, and the Tri-City area.